I'm really glad you're here. It feels like one of those quiet moments where the world slows down just enough for us to sit together for a second. I want to talk about something that a lot of us quietly struggle with: trusting our gut. Not in a dramatic, life-altering way, but in those small, everyday moments. The ones where you're standing in the kitchen staring at your phone, or lying awake at night, replaying the same thought over and over, wondering if you're doing it right. Because here's the truth that took me a long time to understand. Following your gut instinct isn't about knowing what to do. It's about noticing how your body responds before your mind jumps in and starts narrating everything, like a voice that suddenly gets very loud and very convincing. So if you've ever felt caught between what you feel in your body and what your thoughts keep insisting, you're not alone. You're not doing this wrong. You're learning. Let's take a slow breath together for a moment. The kind that drops your shoulders, relaxes your jaw, and reminds your body that it's safe to be here. Your intuition doesn't speak in full sentences. It doesn't explain itself. It doesn't argue its case. It shows up quietly, through sensation, almost like a gentle tap instead of a loud knock. Sometimes it feels like a soft yes in your chest, warm, steady, almost like the comforting warmth of the sun on spring day. Sometimes it's a subtle tightening that says, "Not this," without panic or drama. And sometimes it's just a faint sense of peace or discomfort, something you notice before you know how to name it. That's your body speaking before your mind gets loud. What usually confuses us is that overthinking feels more urgent. It arrives with noise, stories, scenarios that spiral and multiply. What ifs that pull you into imagined futures you haven't even lived yet. It feels intense, so we assume it must be important. But intuition doesn't rush you. It doesn't chase you down. It whispers, and then waits. If you've been stuck in your head lately, here's something simple you can try. Ask yourself the question you've been looping on, and then pause. Not for 10 minutes, not for an hour, just a few seconds. Like standing still at the edge of a thought and noticing what moves first. That first response, before you explain it away, matters. Because intuition shows up fast. Overthinking always comes second, carrying a whole script with it. And I know how easy it is to miss that first feeling, especially if you've learned to doubt yourself, or talk yourself out of what feels true because it doesn't come with proof. If you're listening right now and something I'm saying feels familiar, like a quiet nod somewhere inside you, you can simply tap like on this video. Not as a favor, just as a small moment of recognition. A gentle, yes, that's me too. Now let's talk about the difference between intuition and fear, because this is where so many of us get tangled. When intuition speaks, it usually feels calm, even if what it's pointing to is uncomfortable. There's a steadiness to it, a grounded honesty, like standing on solid ground even when the view ahead is uncertain. Fear feels different. It's heavy, sticky, draining. It pulls you into mental spirals and pressures you to decide right now, like something terrible will happen if you don't. Here's a simple way to tell them apart. Intuition lives in the body. Fear lives in the noise. If your thoughts are racing but your body feels unsettled, that's fear. If your body feels steady, even quietly, that's intuition. And something else that might help. You don't have to act on your intuition immediately. Listening doesn't mean leaping. It means allowing yourself to admit what feels true and taking a small step toward it when you're ready, at a pace that feels safe. You're allowed to go slowly. You're allowed to pause. You're allowed to honor what you feel without rushing to prove it to anyone. And here's one of the most comforting truths I've learned. If it's intuition, it comes back. Not anxiously, not loudly, just gently, again and again, like a comforting, trusted presence that returns once everything else quiets down. Fear fades when your nervous system settles. Intuition remains. So if something keeps returning, quietly, patiently, that's worth listening to. Before we close, I want you to hear this clearly. Your body knows things your mind hasn't caught up to yet. You're not behind. You're not missing anything. You're learning how to trust yourself, and that's a tender, beautiful process. If this space feels like something you want more of, a place where you can slow down, relax, and reconnect with yourself, I'd love for you to subscribe to Dream with Intent. This is a gentle corner where we explore inner knowing, healing, and growth together at a pace that honors you. Thank you for spending this moment with me. Take what you need and leave the rest. This is Seraphina, a name I write under to reflect the essence, heart, and purpose behind this space within Dream with Intent. Thank you for being here. I'll see you again soon.